This video tutorial will be exploring the BODS data catalogue. The data catalogue provides a detailed overview of all the data that is currently in BODS. This includes information on timetables, location, fares, and disruptions data. In order to download the data catalogue, you would first navigate to the BODS website, then click on Find Bus Open Data, scroll down, and click the Download the Data Catalogue link. This will download a BODS data catalogue zip file to your system. Once you have unzipped the file, you will see that the folder contains 7 CSVs and a text file. A detailed description of what is included in each of the CSV files can be found in the Data Catalog Guidance text file. To begin, I will give a quick summary of the 7 CSVs. The Disruptions Data Catalog provides information about all of the disruptions active and pending within BODS, the dates of the disruptions, and the services affected. The Fares Data Catalog contains a more detailed, granular view of the fares data within BODS. The Location Data Catalog contains high-level information on all published location feeds on BODS. The Operator NOC Data Catalog contains all the organizations and the national operator codes associated with them. There are 3 files of particular importance to operators: Overall Data Catalog, Organizations Data Catalog, and Timetables Data Catalog. We will go through these files in a little more detail. The Overall Data Catalog provides a high-level overview of the primary data within BODS. The Data Type column describes which type of data is being published, i.e., fares, timetables, and vehicle location data. The file includes information about the status of the data, whether the data has been published or is inactive, and records when it was last updated. It also provides the latest AVL matching score with an accompanying link to the report. The Organizations Data Catalog provides information aggregated at the organization level. It lists all active, inactive, and pending organization accounts on BODS and provides operators with a quick overview on the current state of the data on their organization account. It includes the number of OTC registered services linked to a BODS organization and how many of these are in scope of BODS, column N. The most important area for an operator to understand is the percentage compliant registered services published field, column Q, which gives the percentage of in-scope registered services that have compliant timetables data published on BODS. Operators can see what their progress is and how many services still require attention to become compliant. The Timetables Data Catalog provides a granular look at all the published timetables data within BODS. The columns that begin with XML relate to information published within BODS, whereas the columns that begin with OTC contains information related to all bus services registered with the Traffic Commissioner. Areas of importance for operators to understand the health of their published timetables data are the requires attention, published status, OTC status, scope status, seasonal status, and timeliness status fields. The requires attention field indicates whether there are issues in the timetables data for a registered service. It will be set to no if a registered service that is in the scope of BODS has published timetables data that is compliant and up to date. It will be set to yes if a registered service is within the scope of BODS, has a seasonal status that is not out of season, and either there is no published timetables data or there is published data but it is not up to date. The published status field indicates whether timetables data has been published to BODS by an operator or agent for a registered bus service. In scope is the default output for the scope status field for the services registered with BODS. Out of scope is for those services that have been marked as exempt by DVSA and therefore aren't required to publish data for that service to BODS. The seasonal status field indicates whether a seasonal service must submit timetable data to BODS. This is determined by a specified start date. If a service is marked as seasonal on BODS and today falls within a 42-day period from the start date, it is labelled as in season, otherwise it is recorded as not seasonal. The timeliness status field is set to up to date as default. If there are any issues with the timeliness of the data published, then there are a number of errors returned. If the error is OTC variation not published, there is a change in the OTC registration that is not reflected in BODS. If the error is 42-day look ahead is incomplete, this means timetable data has not been provided for the next 42 days. Service hasn't been updated within a year indicates that there hasn't been any timetables data published for this service within the last year. For a more detailed breakdown of the timeliness status, please look at our video on the BODS YouTube.